Good midday, good midday, good midday, good midday. We are thankful and grateful for each and every one of you that is here and coming on board with us today, whether you watch it live or whether you watch it later. And so we are just thankful and grateful for the awesome opportunity and privilege to be able to come and to share with you, Kathy Wilson. How are you? Praying that all is well with you and your family and that the presence and power of the Lord is moving in your life at an unbelievable magnitude. And for that, we bless his holy name. Just good to have you here. For those of you that are coming on board, grateful and thankful for the privilege of being here. Jemison, bless you. Minister Sarah, Cora, how are you? How you be? You staying out of this heat? I pray you are. Y'all ain't out on the porch, are you? Valerie, how are you? Tell your dad we said hello as well, okay? I want. Why? Because God's been too good to you for you to complain. And so for that, we bless the Lord. Stephanie, thank you for being here. And so we are thankful that God has blessed us to be able to come in to share and to pour into you so that you can be who God created you to be. And for that, we give him glory and praise and honor. And we bless his holy name because there's not. Can y'all excuse me for just us? Oh, never mind. And so we are thankful to God for you, one and all. You're at home. Too hot to be outside. Deborah, Linda, bless your hearts. We're thankful that you are here on today. Okay. Grams, how are you? Good to have you here with us. Nancy, are you doing what you're supposed to do to stay out of this heat? That is overwhelmingly important. Okay. And grateful for each and every one of you that are here. Please share. Please share. Hit that share button so that you can share. Tom, bless you. Whatever you do, stay out the heat. I saw something today. Still not getting the notifications. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to double check to see what's happening. Ethel, Christy, Gladys, bless your heart. They even said that one of the things that you could do to keep your house cool is to close your shades and your blinds. And that prevents that radiating heat from coming into your house. And just all kind of little things that you can do to try to take care of yourself. Doe, pray that all is well down there. Okay. Not a problem, James. Not a problem. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Not at all. Okay. All is well. All is well. And we'll have a snapshot Wednesday. We will not have one Thursday. And go from there. Oh my goodness. Now my mechanic is calling. Woo! I'll catch him a little later. I'll call him back and he can tell me what's going on. So, Barbara, bless you. And so we are looking at being out in the parking lot this coming Sunday, Minister Faye. Um, and the thing that will work out well is the fact that we will be out early enough that when the scintillating heat shows up, we'll be gone. So I'm looking at that. I'm trying to see how that goes and all that good stuff. Chaplain Hearns, bless you. Um, and we can go from there. Well, let me get started. Um, how do I want to say this? When you contain and maintain bitterness, you can become overwhelmingly toxic. I was listening to Bishop Clark this morning, and I cannot remember the three things that he said. You know what? Give me a second. Let me see if I can go back and find, because the thing that he said was so powerful, and I want to see if somebody has it in the notes from what he did this morning. When I tell you, when I tell you, it just blew me away when I saw the three things that he said. Okay. Elder James Lavonda, bless you for being here. I'm trying to find it, because people can become bitter and don't know it. People can become toxic and don't know it. Sometimes we have allowed a lot of frustration, a lot of anger to fester for so long that you don't have a clue just how infectious you are because of the very thing that has infected you. And then the funny thing about it is, because it's something that Bishop said, and I'm skimming down through here so I can find it, because I think this is something that, if I can find it. Angie, how are you? I think it'll help us a little bit. And all of us have had to struggle with. And I thought about Joseph. I thought about the fact that how many of us could have gone through what Joseph did and not be vindictive? Because there is a tendency within human beings. Sherry Thomas, bless you. Thank you so much for being here. There is a tendency in human beings that when your enemies are destroyed or crippled or deceased, or you sometimes, Carolyn, how are you? You sometimes will gloat that they got just what they deserved. They never should have treated me like that in the beginning. Well, you got to be kind of careful about that, because Joseph says, am I in the place of God? In case y'all don't know where that is, Joseph wants it clearly understood in verse 19 that whatever vindication or extermination or payback is not in your hands. Lord, I know I'm teaching this because ain't many of y'all saying that. Okay, it's not in your hands. It's not up to you to judge. And when I say judge, that is to condemn to hell. That's what that actually means. Do not judge. I have a right to inspect a tree, but I don't have a right to condemn you to eternal hell. Okay. Yeah, karma isn't in the Bible. Um, it is called the law of reciprocity, and it's many places in the Bible it says you reap what you sow. And I think this is important for us to get and to understand. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how saved you are. I don't care how sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost you turn around and try to be. You gonna reap what you sow, and you can't get away from it. You can't avoid it. No matter what you do, it does come back around. But the only thing that does not allow that moment to be as ferocious as it should be is because of grace and mercy. I wish I had three people. Hey, Lynn, how are you? I wish I had, I'll get it to you. I wish I had some folk that understood clearly that the only reason you have not been placed in the appropriate position of vindictiveness in the hand of God is because of the bloodshed of Jesus Christ. I know y'all don't like me for that one. But here's what you have to understand, and here's what you've got to recognize, is that am I toxic? Am I bitter? Am I angry? Is my fuse so short? Hey, Darlene, how are you, dear? Is my fuse so short? And I'm gonna go there if y'all don't mind. Can I go there? Can I go there? I really need to go there. I really need to go there. Because if you see that person and you still have the same level of anger, you're toxic. Because here's what happens with toxic people. Their toxicity is then infused into the lives of everyone they come in contact with, and they become lethal. Hey, LMA, dear, how are you? Denise, good to see you. They become lethal. Oh, bless his name. Because they are so angry. And so how do you want to live? Many of us are taking medications. It ain't because there's something wrong. It's because we're angry. Many of us are involved in a whole lot of stuff. It's because we're angry. A lot of things would subside. I can't find it. A lot of things would subside in your life if you would let some things go. Let me look at this. Verse 20. But as for you, you meant it for evil against me, but God meant it for good in order to bring it about as it is this day, to save many people alive. Did you catch this? I know y'all don't like me today. I know this is a little tough. It's a little tough to digest. But what you have to understand and what you have to see is that God permits things to happen not to destroy you. Pastor Kevin Good, how are you, sir? Not to destroy you, but to develop you. And the problem is when you take the development personal because you're mad at the process. Look at Joseph, y'all. This stuff started with him when he was a teenager. And throughout his life, he has gone through one after another, after another, after another, after another, after another. And none of it has been good, though God's been good to him in the midst of it, because even while in captivity, God blessed him with authority, Lord. Because if you understand this text clearly, they are still slaves. They are still in the control of the empire. But while in the control of the empire, Joseph is second in command of the empire, and he gets permission from the emperor to take his family into another land, and they will not have to work another day of their life because of what God did through Joseph. Okay. So here's my question. I got a minute. Here's my question. How many people are missing out on the blessings that God wants to funnel through you because you're still angry at somebody else? Come on, Pastor Good. Listen to what I'm saying. And I need us to get this, because this is a powerful point that Pastor Good just said. He got elevated to second in command because he did not allow a vindictive spirit to get in the way of what God was going to do in his life. My question is to y'all, who's getting robbed of a blessing because you just mad? Who's getting robbed of a blessing because you're just angry? Who's getting robbed of a blessing that every time you hear somebody's name, you bristle up and get all bent? And when I'm talking about this, Joseph became a blessing to the very people that wanted to exterminate him. And this is something that I have learned. And I have learned it because guess what? Sometimes I'm a slow learner. But when I get it, I got it. And here's what I've learned. I have learned, hey, Herma, I have learned that much of my life could have been better if I wasn't bitter. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Much of my life could have been better if I wasn't bitter. So here's all I'm trying to say. I don't care if he raped you. I don't care if she raped you. I don't care if they abandoned you. I don't care if you're adopted. I don't care what happened. I don't care if he divorced you. I don't care if she divorced you. I don't care anything about any of that stuff that has happened. I don't care if they took advantage of you. I'm gonna take another minute. I don't care if they've used you. I don't care if they took your money. I don't care if they took your honey. I don't care what they have done. They are not worth living the rest of your life infectious with the vindictive spirit. It's not worth it. And guess what? Here's how we know you haven't been delivered, because you can't stop talking about them. I know that was rough right there. That was rough. But if you want to be free, you got to face your bondage. Let me say it again. If you want to be free, you got to face your, let me say it one more time. If you want to be free, you've got to face your bondage. And when you face the stuff that's holding you back, it can't hold you no more. Listen, love you. I done went 2 minutes over. I got to go. I'm gonna deal with some more of this a little bit later tomorrow, and then we're gonna move on to the next thing. But I'm just trying. Pastor Good, you can tell we baby boomers, okay? And so I need, because I want you free. I want you to live the rest of the time that you have on earth free from the bondages of satanic influence that has tried to destroy your life and to rob you from being happy. Listen, y'all better stay hydrated, stay out of this heat. You better stay hydrated, stay out of this heat. Eat light, don't eat heavy. Whatever you got to do it early in the morning or later on in the afternoon when the sun goes down and the temperature starts to drop. I got to go. Listen, y'all be blessed. May God bless you. May he keep you is our prayer.